My brothers and sisters, yeah, today I really get some important topic where I feel like for sharing with una. Yeah, it basically concern issue for buy house for America. This issue for buy house for America. Not a lot of people they don't already for you and don't already buy the house them. Some of them maybe they would disagree, but the truth I say, well, when you get an information, share it out, especially if you know say the people they don't know. Because personally, I depend a lot on information. But unfortunately, I hardly get information. Because a lot of people, they know they do research. A lot of people, they know they do research, especially if only concern, only which way they try for achieve in their life or something. So, I don't there for quite a while. Things waited 2007. Well, that's a long time. Well, and I stay here constantly. I stay in Cameroon, so no be my place in this place. Me and the worker fine. But one of the reasons why I not even stay for here now because of a lot of things that I don't learn because of this place. For me, a good place for just can't do business, pick up your own small one we get them for day. Go back for place where you know say the money could give more value. Spend them for day. Make how you get small sense. So one of the reasons why they actually stay for here now, the reason that a lot of people them like they ever talk and say they make, I don't know whether in a counterfeit or more. Anyway, they ever think British English transform them for their own way. A lot of them earn way more than a fit. But when it comes for comfortability, I believe that be way more comfortable than a lot of them where they earn way more than what you are they try for making a small business what they do. So now the bottom line that why housing for you they like some cancer where they kill you small. That is the truth. Mortgage man really put them because one just say housing. Some people they don't really understand and something they call a mortgage. Where it means say some man on Billy house. You come, he tell you say okay, if he give you the house, you pay your down payment. Take for example, say the house na $100,000 dollars, we say na around 50 million. He tell you say okay, pay 10%. When I down payment that as they call them for year. That 10% of 50 million will be with you. Like 5 million, okay, you put that down, you say okay, you own the house now. But in the reality, you don't own that house because you don't get paper for that house, yeah. So you get for the pay now every month. If it cap you out like most houses, 25, 30 years, when you can't finish for pay in that 30 years, you will then own the house. They don't forget something. Their house and for year, they not be as good as that house ever come on. You don't mind wait with this with TV. You see this word and for here, if I take my correct hand, so give correct blow for them, my hand will pass through. I want to try that thing for Cameroon. Now hospital will receive me for the next, I don't know how many weeks. So, and the reason they do other things, they plan them. So my real video, the reason why they try to make this video now because a lot of who come out Cameroon, who come for you will not do research, will just be excited because they don't come for a new land and whatever. The minute you buy a house for you, you don't get into a bigger trouble where you know if you solve them easily. Now, true so we don't get family, it become a bit difficult. You want me their kids, they made them get space, made them understand. Why some people they be put and say understand before you buy them. The first thing for understand now, who side you come out, who side you go. Like you try to get the topic. Something they call about socialism, capitalism. Most of you go to school, learn how that this thing only for cram the paper, go write and pass, then go for the next class or take diploma. But in reality, it catch you back for life. How it catch you back? Because the time now we get for actually use them in practicals, we not the door. And for they really be funny. Because Cameroon, they use the two systems. Both the social and the capital, but the social more because now why the government for Cameroon they over interfere in people that in businesses them, and the disadvantage for socialism the same. Now why the Cameroon to not be rich? It make most business people them they know they innovate. they put more effort because they feel like government overlook into how much they make, how much their gain be, you see. Compared to capitalism, like for US here, where though some people they say America na capitalist, in actual sense, not like a capitalist country because people 100% capitalism. Be impossible. Government must intervene in, so the government feel like, take for example, if you intervene like highest maybe like 10-15%. So which means that 90% of the time, now person like you and me, job because you don't make money, you don't put an establishment, you don't put a business, now they basically control your life. Now why do people be so stressed out for you? And how did they do that? Because for here, the capitalism, they innovate, they do all that things because government don't give them the free road. If you pay, the only thing the government come for intervene and say, hey, no pay below this amount because now already slavery, but they know about enslave you. Government they be like, no pay below this amount. But according to normal capitalism and whatever relationship will be normally get with their employee, it shows say if that company grow to a certain level, you get to add your salary, you get to get some percentage and whatever. Most of the time they need to pay all that. Or they could pay in a very little amount because what? Capitalism be more fair pushed out by greed. Like most of that guy then they up now greed. And for prove and say now they greed, now the reason why recent years you could notice and say for US 1% of the Americans own probably 95% of the economy. Like the money, like if they take out their money in short, and it be so funny. And guess what? In the next 10-20 years down the line, they go get more and more richer. Because the people them where they can't work for them, a lot of them are just so dumb though. A lot of people them actually feel say when you get a job, it does say don't do you a favor. Like you be not knowing say now which way they do for that job where they permit that your boss for survive. And one thing where they don't know, I say, if you the earn, take for example $2,000, if the owner of that company know they make 2 times the amount where you the earn, if you know they make at least $4,000 from which way they earn, my man, they know they use that word sack, but you just woke up here now. You just woke up sometimes say Amazon or Walmart or this and that don't lay off, 2,000 workers, don't do and that. Then they go just some funny reason. Now because they don't make their calculations and say you not be productive for them. Maybe at that time. However, when COVID comes, you see a lot of that. You must bring in a lot of income. Now what are some saying there for you when they talk say if you want me your boss buy again a new brand exotic car, you just need to work harder. You go see I go buy another one. Why not you need to buy? Because we work harder, they give more money. So going back to the housing system, for a year, just because the government gets very little control, they don't make the housing in such a way that they use an answer for trap you. They actually use house for trap you. Because they know say if you do, most people will be, I want to live American life, I want to make an American dream or whatever. Then you go buy some house tomorrow, they can block your salary, this thing. To be honest, more than 80% of people their salary in the US be meant for pay bills. And housing they take the biggest chunk of that bills. So you think say these people do this thing they don't know? First take for example something, if they earn $2,000 today, you not be able to save 500. Some might understand say the economy be hard, this and that. That very person maybe they still go for school, they struggle for get into nursing or pharmacy or doctor or IT or whatever. Tomorrow don't get a bigger job. Now they pay times 2 that amount. That very person can't see you again, is still yet not be able to say again that very $500 when you visit last time. Then the person used to understand why. Because the economy don't put you in that trap. They make sure say the more you earn, the more you spend. Me, I be a businessman, I dey go for a bank, for just pick small money while I want take and do my transaction. Now enter the bank, I will say I need $10,000. Like, what do you want to do? 10,000. Like, what a question. They say, no, don't be angry. We just need to verify. Verify what? The most, and it never happened to me one, never happened to two, never happened to me 3 times. Now should I start asking myself? But I come to this way, people they do it, they even end the $10,000 a month. So how me I not even come? I don't understand. Because they feel say they know say it doesn't matter which way it work. It don't matter who it be. They know very well say the system don't be designed in such a way where immediately the money enter, it already come out for back door before you even see them. So you telling them say one can remove 10,000, they look you like what is wrong with this guy? Like they start look like some drug dealer or some kind of fishy business way they do. Yeah, that's the most funniest part. And then now the most important part is what I want to tell you now. Those employees, because I want me to know say the government no be really the control which way they do for America. Like 90% now your employee the control which way they do. That's one point I know say a lot of people over here they don't know. So the truth about it, I say that you are very employee. You know very well say tomorrow you don't get more diploma or whatever, you don't go more school, you don't be more experienced, your salary don't increase. If he give you that room for make a lot of money where you go save them, he risk for lose you when are you the give money. You see the link in between? So he make sure that whether it be doctor, whether it be way, they could do everything. So that means spend weight away you do work for. Because if you get a lot of money inside your account, guess what? No man will control you. If you woke up Sunday, the one talk shit, be like, you know what? Damn it, I do want to do something else. But they will always make that one. You know, ever understand them? You see the people they not even drink one small beer. You know if you drink one bottle of wine. Oh, I have work at this time. At the end of the day, they don't know who poor, who rich, who. Why? And the reason I give out this information, I say, go look a lot of research. Look like Senegal. Senegal now one of the highest country for Africa. Cameroon should not just feature for that list. Where they send in, where they bring in back money from abroad, like from the US to Africa. Only for me for go make some studies about this Senegal, discover and say most of their people the way they did for here, they never go to that school. They just work in that small odd jobs, but the problem now say, well, their Muslim society, it will favor them. They mostly eat together. They stay together. Cameroon, talk about staying together. A lot of Cameroonians would prefer to get a 5-bedroom house and they live for the E1. I don't know which you want proof. If you really want proof something, Mr. Cameroonian, go back for Cameroon. That's where you can prove something. Do something where you can make it maybe less stressful. Because at the end of the day, when you're there for a year, then you do or make all these mistakes, and because no man no there for advise you, so stress will come now. The next minute and when man go up man go that like man pick like woman now. Now Congo say everyone short. Man over get into man be focused on which I really want to talk. Which I really want to talk, I say a lot of people them they will disagree with this thing, but the few one the way they will agree with and way they go follow them. We never know who if you help. You could definitely help somebody. Housing at the worst. Housing mortgage. If you want to buy a house, they might put on this one. Buy that house cash. One Cameroon will not say some man own a bicycle, my bicycle. Nothing know they like, oh, they don't give, they don't. No come for here. Try for because people they don't understand. You be like somebody say, oh, I don't just go buy a house. You never buy a house, so in the contrary, they may tell you say, I don't go enter more debt. Like I don't increase my sufferings. That's what he should be telling you. I don't increase my sufferings. Because all that things say refinance, sell and buy different ones. Well, yeah, you see, you just play now lion. Look, I've been a business person. I never reached level with this other one they do, but guess what? They are my colleagues. Me, my own business skills now say, I dey make sure say I buy you a bottle of wine. Can't get am for you. Make sure say I convince you buy am for the price where I go get some small profit. But you go make sure say you like that bottle and you dey see am cheaper than the person wey dey sell am for corner you. Then me and you will dey into business. That's what the business means. So if I dey explain am for you, na my grandfriend and I dey treat una so. So I dey try for make am una know small know the position where I really stand. You understand? A real businessman, na man wey dey sell you something, you dey like the thing. You be willing for buy another thing, but never be fool. A businessman no dey do any business for losses. But na only a greedy business, na he go quit out of business. Na he dey do business wey wan over profit. And when you no be happy, now you dey determine whether you go buy or you no go buy again. And by the time you say you no go buy, that businessman, his skills are useless at that point. So, which I dey just barely tell una say, brothers they will never come for you, where they see hope for come for you. Please, if you enter America, you get your small job. I beg you, no at one small pin shoulder of pride for your shoulder. Like, find person where you go cohabit with. It's a bit difficult. If you insist, you go get them. Find person where go keep you as long as you fit. If you get a parent for you, my friend, stay for there as long as you fit. Work your money. Tomorrow, if you don't do that for 1, 2, 3 years, the next thing if you do, you pay. If you fit pay, you pay for a roommate. Especially when you still be single. Tomorrow, if you really feel like, okay, time not reach for me for make a family, forget the family, yeah, you need your space. You go find which way it suit that family. No exaggerator. May you live within your means. Avoid credit. You never come out, they need give you credit. When you come for some different country, people say they over you credit. Don't think that because they're stupid. Now you stupid when you want to take that credit. Avoid credit. Pay with which we get. If you store that money, make sure say the first house where you build, maybe build for your homeland, maybe build for place where you actually really own them. Not for place where you could never ever own them. Because all these people for here, I don't want to go into that. For under houses them. It be almost impossible. Not be like say it be impossible. But almost you understand what we mean. So if you do that, you feel actually even live inside a mobile home if you be alone. And then when you finally get family, no do mortgage. The money we go don't save and within that time be enough for you. Because you the year person they tell you say earn $100,000. Yet that very person don't work 15 years. But he tell you say not be able for short, you know if he save no money for do any big investment. I don't understand. But yes, now because of the system, not make it that way. So try as much as possible to avoid mortgage. That's the first thing that. After mortgage, you get car loan. At least be easier for avoid car loan than mortgage. Mortgage not the biggest cancer that. No buy car for your own payment. No buy house on payment. Bet me, if you do this thing, you'll thank me after. I know say the video don't dey over long. I really get a lot to talk, but I just leave it at that. I shouldn't say some people somewhere go listen. And I know discourage any man will get house though. If you don't reach for your family, don't really big, you don't be ready, but avoid to make the house overtake a lot of your money. Because that investment, you know, will really profit you. If one man go personally, a lot of them maybe get my number, this and that. I will tell you like, which I don't do my own small one. I know, you know me like say I don't even get house for you, no. But I'll tell you, say don't just jump for you, go find a house. You try to forget what I mean. Don't make some mistake where some of we don't make them. Because the bad thing I say some of brother and sister when we come for the first thing we tell them say may they go buy a house. I don't know whether now we can know that they stress or not this thing. They know say they suffer inside the situation, but they won't put you inside. And if you be like that Senegalese people, the way I tell them say they rent one house, share them between them, pay less because for this US the moment they take out that your heavy house bill from your paycheck, game for you. If you save that money only for 2 years, 2 years go down, come on, man, go to fear you. But I don't know why they don't do that. Because people in for you, I like what institution way every year. Like 60-70% of Cameroonians, even I compete with them, many man they come out for here, they go village, they feed one because guess what? The money they work the money. Not talk say the money now they actually work with the money, but they not be able to spend because most of that money just disappear inside bills. Most of it disappear inside bills. Well, guess what? They feel actually run away from that bills. You just get to be smart. You get to know who side, where you dey. Because a lot of them don't know. Most people them for just know that their job, their house, and short. You ask them most of the information, they don't know. They just know that things the way they just surround them. So I bet no make use of which we will know though. I don't make the video alone. Take care.